Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stink Bug Works. Well, this morning I've done just a little bit more work on the whip. I've glued in the rest of these skin supports. I did find one thing interesting, though. I was concerned with the squareness of this piece. This piece, when it glues in, you see I already put a curve in it. And because of that curve, it can lean a little bit here. You see that? Well, it turns out that there's actually a block of wood that gets sanded to fit and fits between here as a support for the recovery pad and then the other half of the recovery pad. So this gets a little support up here, and that'll help square that thing up. I haven't done much else on the whip. I've built a J&R Marine Rescue Craft. I wanted red, but he didn't have red, so I took green. It matches my little teardrop trailer. Speaking of the teardrop trailer, you like that segue? Speaking of the teardrop trailer, I added one more boat to the list, and I have all these boats now loaded in the truck. I haven't put the rescue craft in, but there's plenty of room for it. As my fleet goes, I think my biggest boat is the rescue craft. I'll tell you why I opted for the J&R Marine Rescue Craft. It has one thing other than size that my little rescue craft doesn't, and that is nothing in the water can snag it up. If you were rescuing a boat that's hung up in weeds way over there, you don't want another boat hung up in the weeds. And my rescue boat has the harvester strakes, the underwater harvester strakes, and a propeller that could easily get caught up in weeds. So that was why somebody way back when came up with the idea of putting, an airplane propeller up above it. So that way there's nothing growing in the water that could stop the boat. The boat will just slide over, water lilies and weeds and you name it. It'll just float right over it. So I now have one of those in my fleet, and it's my biggest boat. So my plan is this. Today is Wednesday. I have an appointment I got to go to at later on this morning. And then after that, the day is free, and I'm going to finish packing up some stuff. I'm going to grab a bunch of tools, but not too many tools, just enough to adjust and maintain. I'm not going to take building tools, just adjusting and maintaining tools. Lastly, I did get those little countersunk screws, and I pulled out the little button head screws, and I countersunk the case here and managed to slide the ring over it. So it's now good to go. I have some 40 millimeter rings coming for this 37 millimeter motor, and I may just use some brass shim stock to allow those 40 millimeter motors to work, or the 40 millimeter motor mounts to work on a 37 millimeter motor. It's going to be hard mounting those motors. The only real mounting you get is this. And that's just one end of the motor. And on these motors, I like to support both ends because when you're slamming around in the water, boom, 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 and you're hitting waves, there's a lot of load on your motor mount. And if you could hold the motor like this, then there's no bending loads. It's just up and down loads. And bending loads, remember, it was Kobe. Kobe was using those metal motor mounts and they were bending under loads. Those metal motor mounts are good with 24 and 20 millimeter motors, but I wouldn't put a 28 or 29 millimeter motor on a motor mount like that if I didn't have to. But that's just me. Anyway, there's my list of boats. There's my list of batteries. I have all the batteries. I have all the boats in the truck. And we're ready to go. My plan is I was going to go out to Jacumba first, but my contact out there has a long-term off-site job that he's working on, so he's not going to be there. So I didn't see much point in just driving out there. So I'm going to head north. I'm going to see Kobe. Kobe's kind of in a funk anyway. So my plan is to leave here tomorrow, Thursday, right around noon, get up to his area in Reseda, late afternoon, and we'll hook up and we'll have dinner together, and then we'll make plans to go to his pond the following morning, and we'll meet up at the pond, and we'll run some boats. What do you want to see run? I think I want to run the American Spirit. That's a 3S boat. And so it's just going to run around and look good. It's not built for maximum speed. It's built to look good. And I think I want to run the Pay and Pack. That's the one with the geared screaming new motor, the 1406. Was it a 2Y or a 1Y? Maybe it was a 1Y. But it had like 5,500 RPM per volt. It was insane. I shouldn't say was. It is insane. So I geared it down, and I'm running it on 2S2P with 5,000. So I run it on 10,000 because the new motors, if you put a big enough prop on them, if you put a big load on them, they'll handle it, but they'll eat current. They will just eat amps. And they turn amps into rotational force. They don't get that hot doing it, but they'll consume a whole bunch of amps to make you go real fast. So that's why I'm using the 5,000s in parallel. Anyway, that's about it. I did add the Mozilla 400 to the list because it's small and fun and can toss around. So that sums it up, boys and girls. Until next time, jet out.